Hello and welcome everyone. Today we're gonna see a lot of fast speeds and yeah, we're gonna see 200 miles per hour most likely. You'll probably need obviously to be fast, to put yourself in the right position, and need a little bit of luck. Today we have Daytona for the Daytona 500. I am joined by Hoy um, to bring you the third Daytona 500 in Wingstop. Hoy, um, what do you think we should expect for this race?
I think we're gonna see a lot of beating and banging, pause, especially on the apron here with a lot of cars. I believe we're gonna have a 12, 13 car field,
Mm-hmm.
so it's gonna take some patience. So let's hope that some of the drivers are gonna be patient, and then I expect to see a lot of different strategies here and there. Like some people taking tires, some people just
Mm-hmm.
taking a splash of fuel and going. So we'll
All right.
definitely see how that plays out.
Hendrick, why are you here for?
I need to know what the draft and the where is.
Uh, Normal draft. Three times wear. I'm pretty sure that's not
Okay.
saving. Make sure. So, how many people do you have?
Like 10. And someone in the Discord just said something, so maybe 11.
Maybe 11. Uh, Fuck it.
50
Just do,
night race or?
yeah, 50 night race.
Okay.
But yeah,
Do I just do. Hold on. Do I just do like a. How do I do the lineup? Like 3% qualifying or something?
uh, 2%
Or.
qualifying.
Okay. Then we don't need a pace lap to start, do we?
Yeah, I just want to do a pace lap so we can kind of go over some stuff in the booth and that, if that's
Okay.
fine.
That's fine.
Uh, all right. Yeah. Should be pretty interesting though. Well, obviously the bottom should be the preferred lane, but we'll see a lot of people going to the outside. That's basically gonna be how you pass. You're going to have to use the outside. You're gonna have to be patient though. You can't constantly take every run that you have, otherwise you will finish probably 10th this race. Um, Obviously we saw some big I would say stars have issues here last season that brought them out of contention to win the race. Obviously, Zach, who led the most, he had his own issues. I'm pretty sure he got put up in the wall, and that basically ended his race. Hendrick obviously spent in the pits, ended his race. Orange got lagged. So just a lot of stuff like that can happen, and it's really gonna be keeping yourself at the front and being making sure you don't lose that track position any way you can get it. Do you have anything to add on that, Hoy? Nope. Alright. We should be aware of stuff. Alright. My bad. Hoy was not here. I'm just asking a quick question to Hendrick. Um, no one in voice chats or anything, so it should be good. Alright. But yeah, we saw a lot of. We've had two good Daytona 500s before this. I don't see why this one won't be as good. Obviously, we mentioned a lot in the pre-race. We just mentioned a lot of stuff really, and one of the things was it is 50%, so it's going to be longer than your average kind of race here. No one, I won't say no one, but these drivers in Wingstop have never ran a 50% race. Um, and especially at a super speedway. We see a lot of time with around the numbers that we are getting right now. Um, are usually, like last season, the field will get kind of spread out over time. Once we get those green flag runs and kind of get through the caution phase of the race and everyone kind of chills out, that's where we're going to see green flag pit stops. And that's going to play another factor into the race because, well, it's yeah, it can split up the field. Making mistakes, being too slow, being too fast in the pits can obviously hurt you. There's a lot of time to give up in the pits. You're also going to need a little bit of that luck, you know, getting through the wrecks, not having a bad pit stop, because pit stops will play into it, and for a lot of time, that's just kind of a luck-based thing. It's not going to necessarily be enough to hurt you, it shouldn't at least, but it could. And especially as the fields get smaller, it's going to be, again, doing the most that you can on the pits and out of the pits. I hear Hoy's back now, so do you have anything to add on to that, or onto what I just said, Hoy, or are you kind of out of things, I guess?
I mean, yeah, I guess really the only thing you can add on is work with your teammates and, you know, like you said, be patient.
Yeah, definitely working with your teammates should be something interesting because, as I mentioned in the pre-race, over 50% of the field from last season has changed cars. So people at different teams, people have different people to work with. I know everyone's kind of been working with each other for seasons, years now, but it's definitely going to be very interesting to see how certain teams get along better than others. We saw JGR at the Super Speedways be very, very good in their time, but JGR is going through a rebuild phase. They don't have the guys that they had. Boom has gone off to different places. Grigor also gone off to different places. Heinz is not even going to be in the race this race, and we'll explain why later in the broadcast when we do get him on to get him a mid-race interview. But yeah, the only one that's really kind of is going to be in this race that has stayed there has been Boger. I don't even know if he's going to be in the race. Obviously, Boger's moved to the 18 now. But yeah, there's only a couple guys outside of the SHR kind of besides SHR that have stayed in their cars. Heinz, Hendrick, I think Heinz, Hendrick, Dirt, I think are the only guys that have actually stayed in their cars that they were in last season. I'm going to check if we have invites and that stuff. Let's check this. That's not what I wanted. Hoy, do you have anything else to say?
No, I think we went over pretty much everything.
I'm just trying to see if we can... I don't know why this is not working. I have to check here. Actually, I'm just going to restart my YouTube app. Just see if that works better. Okay, seems like the stream is having a ton of issues. There, that is good. No, it's good. Okay, good. It's nice. Copy link. Paste this into the Discord. We do not have a stream of the race, so we don't know exactly if everything's happening.
Alright, I just got an invite from Grega. I don't know when I should join or not.
Yeah, hold on. I did also get an invite. Hendrick will probably tell us when to join. Okay. We can join.
Did you get the stream working again?
Yeah, it's working.
Okay.
So there should be a pace lap, because that's what I told Hendrick to have. But yeah, long race, so you don't want to get yourself in trouble early. So that'll be very interesting. But yeah, we'll see who's on pole. I did not get to check who was on pole, but yeah. I'm gonna check DMs. Alright. Fit sites. Okay. It looks like Guiga's on pole, who is also the odds-on favorite. I want to go through the odds quickly because I put time into making them, so I want to at least give them a little bit of some light. So it looks like because Guiga is on pole, from what I can guess, or whatever, he is currently at plus 300 before the race starts. That is obviously he has the best odds to win. Then Hendrick's at plus 500, Zach at plus 650, John at plus 900. Is John in the race? Yes, it looks like he is. Deegan is at plus 1,000, but he's not here from what I know. Josh is here at plus 14,000, well, plus 1,400, and then Sidewinder, who also clicked check mark, is at plus 2,000. There's everyone that had clicked the check mark in the Discord, but I don't even think Sidewinder's here. Anyways, we should be getting ready to go green here. Sold out virtual crowd for the third Wingstop Daytona 500. We're underway as Guiga leads us to the green in Daytona. Julian on the outside just got signed earlier today, about 4 hours ago he got signed, and now he's sitting at 11 on the outside. No help though, as Josh is all over the back bumper of Guiga as they go through 3 and 4. Also Boom in the new 34 car. He is currently in third, and Zach in his new ride also is in fourth. Hendrick sitting back here. John in the 42 car, moving from the 31 that he was last season to the 42. Wumbo in the 3. Tanner in his still 41 car. Everyone gets in line.
And this is kind of what I was talking about in the pre-race show. You know, once they all get single file, you can see Josh all over the back bumper. He's just getting really loose all over the apron and going up to the second lane. You need that patience.
Yeah, patience can be a virtue here, and especially it can be very important in this point of the race. Not making any moves that can get yourself out of track position, especially if you're in this kind of like front half of the pack. It's really just logging laps, not making those mistakes that can bring you out of line. If you're further in the back, you might as well try stuff, make runs like Tanner is in that 41 car. He has help from Hendrick, but it looks like they might settle in behind. Josh got sent to the line.
Yeah, I mean, that's what happens. You know, Josh is trying his best to push out Guiga, and sometimes you get too loose and you can't hold it on the apron. But now on the back, you see too wide up there.
Yeah, Tanner
Looks like they're hauling.
Tanner made 3 wide on Josh, who was a slow car. Tanner and Hendrick have worked together good in other leagues. Not teammates, not even manufacturer teammates in this, but they still are working together. They have Julian behind them. Boom just went up to block. Now Boom's going to get pushed potentially to the lead, and Grigga now has help from Zach. Jeez, that was a stutter fest.
And now you can kind of see a bit of the manufacturer battles already, and we're, lap 3 into this.
Yeah.
Inside line is mostly Chevys, then we have 2 Fords and a Chevy and a Toyota.
Oh, it looks like Wumbo had a little bit of lag issue. Don't know if that was him or John, one of the two at least. But yeah, 1 Toyota in the race, so Julian's going to try to get himself amongst everyone else in the field and just kind of try to find him some friends as Boom's getting a huge push down the back.
Yeah, that 41 and 34 are lock-it on bumpers pretty good. Go Boom is holding his very own pretty good in the corners on this top side.
Yep. That must be very interesting for Grigga. He just had his own driver that he signed just drive past him on the outside with help from Tanner. Tanner didn't show up much last season. However, he did nab a win at Bristol late in the season. Hendrick behind him, the season champion. And don't look too far back, but there's Grigga and John.
And now if you're the 9, you got to be talking to your driver / teammate about stuff like that. You cannot be letting that happen and helping other manufacturers, especially early on. Now you see Grigga making a move up there.
Grigga, obviously, everyone knows when we go to Daytona and Talladega that he is the guy that you want to work with. He is the guy that is definitely going to have the best odds to win and is the most likely to win. And that's why you see people will work with him no matter what. But some people will also not work with him because of that. Wow, what a block by Boom. Did not work. Now Tanner to the inside. He's got help from Hendrick. And Grigga's going to go help his team or help his driver. Not much, though. Just the outside lane checking up too much. Not able to get... more contact behind. But yeah, not able to get a run.
Yeah, the draft is getting really, really strong as these drivers are pushing harder. And you could see on the inside as they're all over the place once they're too wide.
Yeah, sometimes you just kind of have to regroup when you're on the outside and just not working. Sometimes you have to get to the bottom, stop the bleeding, and try to think of something to get back working. If you're further in this field, you're gonna see a lot of them make moves. That's how we got Tanner and Hendrick up here, who running in the back got linked up, and they went to the front. Josh has been pretty much everywhere this race already. Wumbo's also kind of in the same boat, but they're right there. Julian also, the lone Toyota in the field.
I think one thing these guys need to learn, especially, for later in the race, it is okay to just crack the throttle or drag the brake just a tad bit if you need to keep that nose under control. As you see right now, a lot of guys sliding up the track. That's going to hurt them later in the race. You leave a little bit of nose room, and some guys are going to take advantage of that.
Yeah, I think what Tanner's trying to do is lead Hendrick up the track because it looked like they were trying to build a run. He had enough space to to allow that to happen and not lose the position, and he's also in the same party as Hendrick, so he can also talk with him and try to lead him up there by also talking to him. But yeah, Josh also there. Josh did run the 500 here in season 1, but he's not ran a race since, has not been in the league since that. Hendrick now getting shoved out of line by Josh.
34 car with a big run. Sorry to cut you off there.
Oh, he went to the outside. Oh, he almost got forced in the wall. Now that's just going to hurt the outside lane more and more. Tanner now stuck in the middle. Josh is going to lead a lap. For the first time in 2 seasons, Josh is going to lead a lap. Julian behind him, a rookie.
And you see how much one bad move just completely disorganized the outside line.
Yeah, just sometimes that's the issue is you can try to be making a run and all of a sudden someone kind of someone gets sent out a line ahead of you, and yes, you get draft, but then you have to find a way to get past them without losing much time. Most of the time, the run just kind of stalls and you can't go anywhere.
I mean, yeah, that's just another example of needing to have patience. You can't go from 5th to 1st, and with one run, you're going to have to work together with some people. And we have a huge gap between 2nd and 3rd. They're going to get a big run.
Yeah, I wonder how Julian's going to block this. Not able to, but...
He's not going to block it, which is, I mean, smart.
Yeah,
he doesn't have any help.
Yeah, Wumbo initially did not have much help, but now he has help. However, Gliga sticking it 3 wide on the outside. A lot of 3 wide action, boom in the wall. Now, just it looks like the... I think it was John on the bottom hit the apron, went up into Zach, which put boom in the wall. Now that's going to leave Josh all by himself.
Oh, we got a wreck already.
That's 2. Don't know if that will be called.
That's more than 2.
Is that more than 2? It looked like it was 2.
I think so. Unless somebody saved it. Yeah, they saved it. Okay. Yeah, the 34 backed into the wall pretty hard.
Alright, that will be the first caution of the day. We got a nice little green flag run in as Josh is going to lead us under caution. We are on lap 12 now of 80. Still a long ways to go, but we've seen already a lot of action. That's what we usually see in these 500s. A lot of action to start, a lot of action to end. In the middle part, when we get around laps 30, 40, 50, that's when we're going to see kind of more strategy play out, and that's when we're going to start to see kind of who's going to really be the players to win this race.
Well, throughout all of that, it's going to be the 47 of Josh to cycle out to the lead, who's been in pretty much every position so far. I mean, that just shows you how very quickly super speedways can change.
Yeah, it seems like really the top 2 have... Oh, what the... Boom just slammed into someone. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but...
Probably.
Probably, yeah.
In every league.
But the top 2 are the 2 guys that I feel like have been pretty much everywhere this race already. I've seen them basically take every run and basically get sent to every single lane possible. But
yeah, and
they
Boom's currently mowing the grass.
Yep, they're gonna sort out back there. I think we'll be heading to the pits this time from what I can almost guess. Greg getting his position back. Or more than that.
He slams into the back of Josh. I do not think he's happy about the way he was raced.
I mean, I don't know if that was... I think he may have just misjudged it, but he could have definitely hit him there. Well, he definitely hit him, and he could have hit him intentionally. Was what I meant to say. Anyways, we should see everyone going in the pits. What are we going to take, though?
I think with this caution, I don't know. Honestly, I'd take tires now, so you don't have to next pit stop. I think that's your best bet. Obviously, we already see guys all over the place, so I'd definitely take tires. Maybe a little bit of wedge adjustment. Take a lot of tape off.
Yeah, I definitely. People are gonna make some tire pressure adjustments. That's something you do in this game with this car. However, we do see some strategy. Yeah, I would take 4 here because with how it's looked so far. I mean, we just went an 11 lap stint with no caution. 11 laps on tires, and especially on 3 times wear. That's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, they're probably somewhere in the 70s, 60s, and it doesn't seem like Wumbo took any, and for certain, everybody behind took 4.
Yeah, that's just very interesting, especially from a guy that was in second. Well, when the caution was called and before they came in the pits, but yeah. Oh, well, we should be seeing choose cone in a second. Not choose cone now. Just Goya's doing whatever he's doing. Nobody knows. Nobody will know.
Yeah, I don't see anything happen with the people that he's hitting under green flag. I don't know what they could have done.
Yeah. I think they're just kind of messing around right now. It is choose cone though right here. Man, Julian was messing around a little too late and almost got wrecked for it there under caution. However, the top 2 picked the bottom, which allows Griga to go to the outside. He initially wasn't third, now he's going to be first on the outside.
I mean, obviously, especially at super speedways, the bottom side is a lot more dominant than the outside. So if you, like Griga, if you're leading that outside line, you need to go a little bit earlier than the leader. And you're going to need a big shot, because once you enter 1, you're going to lose all your speed if you don't have enough, more momentum than the leader, at least.
Yep. Oh,
now
man.
back a restart zone.
Yeah,
Agreed.
Julian tried to set that up from the back there, just slammed in the back bumper of Josh. Didn't go anywhere because Wumbo wasn't going yet, but now he is. He's slowly getting up to speed. The outside's holding on enough right now, but as we get in the corner, it's going to be a lot more tough for the side draft, a lot more tough to pull them back. And that's when people are going to start to bail on the outside and not really have much trust in it. There's still 3 cars, though, hanging on the outside nicely, though, led by Grigga, John, and Hendrick. Now Wumbo leading them up to the front. Wumbo goes back down. Grigga's going to take that one and try to go to the lead with it. More people jump onto the outside now.
And now, right now, we're seeing Grigger being able to hold his own, trying to utilize the side draft, as you can see, exiting this corner.
Whoa.
Oh, they doored each other. He almost hits the wall. What a save from Grigger.
Yeah, just Grigga to side draft a little too much, pinch Wumbo onto the apron. Wumbo ended up hitting him. That's kind of the thing that happens if you side draft too aggressively. Oh, man, that got close between
34.
John and... Yeah, John and Boom, it looked like, got almost into it. Or they did get into it.
And now Josh is getting slammed from that 11 car in his back bumper. He's barely controlling it in second.
Yeah.
And now we're back, single file, drivers calming down. You know, that first few corners, everybody's just trying to hold their own, get some position. But now we have the 41 car pulling out of line.
Yeah, Tanner trying to pull some people up on the outside. He has John and Zach, but they both bailed on him. Zach, we haven't seen much of. He led the most laps here last season, but hasn't led a lap at all so far this race. Still very early, though. We can see him be a player later in this race.
If you look from 5th place on back, you got Ganassi cars and Hendrick cars lined up together right there. Watch out for them once they get a run.
Yeah, definitely something to watch out for. Ganassi and Hendrick, 2 very close teams. The 2 top Chevy teams, now that OCO has kind of went into a rebuild stage. Now Josh goes up. Yeah, Josh went up to jump on that lane.
Nigga's gonna... Oh. Grigga's...
Anyways, Wumbo still leads. The outside kind of fell apart. Oh, man. I was changing the cameras too much, and I didn't see exactly what happened. Looks like they're going to try to pick up Zach, because he he got walled. He almost completely lost the draft. I think he's got it. We'll try to see. It's really close. Tanner's trying to give him it, and it looks like he has it now, as they're going to kind of chain back up to the lead pack. There's enough cars here.
It's going to have a huge run.
Yeah, there's enough cars here to really help. I don't know. They're going to have to back off a little bit more to get Zach and Tanner. Tanner backed off a little too much, and that's going to hurt it.
But the 34 and 47 are going to go with them up here at the lead.
Yeah. Oh, contact.
Oh, hard contact. The 11 and 48 there. That's another thing. I mean, we said patience is key. You just gotta really be careful in how you side draft.
Yeah, it's really tough. People can't always hold their lanes the best, so trying to side draft someone, especially on controller, it's really tough too, because they constantly swerve. So sometimes you just kind of have to be like, you know what, I'm not going to side draft. Hendrick's trying to back off, it looks like, for these 2 behind him, as these 2 have stayed pretty close. He needs tack to back off a little bit more. It looks like Grigga is also backing off, so these guys are going to get enough to really kind of chain back up there, as they initially tried, but now it looks like they're going to successfully do it.
And now you just have to regroup and, make another move. I think with these Chevys being able to line up with each other.
Whoa!
Go Boom all the way to
he
the inside.
saved it! Is he going to keep the draft, though? I think he will. They might even back off for him, if possible.
He's going to stay in it. I didn't quite see what happened there, but it's likely he got forced down there and almost spun it around.
Yeah, or he hit the glitch. I couldn't tell exactly. It looked more like a glitch kind of thing. They're all going to get sorted out now, as Josh initially went up to the outside. It looks like Tanner's going to try to drop this second half of the pack back to Boom.
Out of the groove.
Yeah, and it looks like Hendrick's going to do the same. When everyone starts to back off, you cannot be the one that stays out going full speed, because you're just going to get swallowed up very fast. So Hendrick and Josh trying to jump onto this run that these guys are going to make. and potentially go to the front with it.
And throughout all of this, the 3 car has kept a lead throughout, all this green flag run, and now the 11 looks like he's trying to peek his nose down there. It's not going to work.
Yeah, definitely. There's not much. You can't really sneak on the inside of someone. It's pretty rare, but sometimes it can happen if you do it right. But not all the time. Definitely very tough.
Like we just saw it there,
Julian
the
got center
42.
line. That definitely screwed up this kind of run that Josh has. Oh,
They
more
have more people
contact.
in contact. That's going to disorganize the outside, and now you see people bailing.
Yeah, it just looks
They
like
had all the cars up there. Within a split second, you see them all just bail because of one little move.
yeah, it just did not look like they were very organized. It just kind of really was when Julian got sent to the line. It kind of got them not linked up anymore. And then Josh tried to get back up ahead of Hendrick and bumper locked both of them together, and it sent them almost into the wall and completely checked up the whole lane.
Yeah, I mean, I really feel like if you can master the outside line and get organized in the corners, you are going to be able to dominate and really control the race. As we've seen, aggressive side drafting has really affected the way the outside line is able to move.
Definitely. We've
And,
seen we've seen kind of two different styles of how the 500 has been ran, and this is more looking like season 1, where there's a lot of moves, no one really keeps the lead, and then people start to try to drop back for people, and that's when AJ ended up leading around 16 laps that race, because everyone was just trying to drop back for each other, and that gave them a 2-second lead, so they were able to hold on.
Now you see the 41, the 42, and the 1 car shifting out to the bottom, and I really like what they decided to do there. You had more cars, you had more speed. You go all the way up next to the wall.
Yeah, Tanner now trying to snake down the straightaway, not allow them to get a good run of draft. The Ganassi cars are right there. Then Grigga has a little bit of space just because of what they're doing. Oh, John almost did it. It did not work. It looked like John was going to get there, but Tanner blocked last second and was able to keep the lead for now.
And I imagine the pit window is probably open at this point.
Yeah, probably. And especially you gotta wonder for Wumbo. He's probably in a bad state for tires right now. There's a run on the outside, no one on the inside basically, besides the Ganassi cars. They got center of the line. But yeah, what were you gonna say, Hoy?
It's definitely affecting his performance, especially in the corners when you're leading the race.
Oh, contact! They're both
gets hooked
hooked.
onto him.
Are they both going to rejoin safely? Yes, John gets back in and Grigga gets back in. They don't really lose any time.
Yeah, I mean, that's very good that they were able to save it. At least it did not happen.
Hendrick in the wall.
Hard into the wall.
More contact.
And he's around.
Oh, Hendrick's around. That's not good at all.
For the 9 car. The only car.
Yeah, he is the only car. It just did not look like his car was fully under control when John hit him, and that just insta-spun his car.
That is very unfortunate. And now if you're the 48, you really have to be thinking about, adjusting your pit strategy here and trying to pit with another group of cars.
Yeah. That's definitely not going to be good, but it's definitely going to be very interesting to see how that plays out. The 1 car on the outside now with help from Grigga.
The 11 on the apron.
Yep. Very easy to force people on the apron here because, I mean, sometimes you just kind of accidentally do it. Sometimes you can intentionally do it. It really depends on how you kind of feel it. Anyways, it looks like John let in Zach. If I can cut to Zach's camera. Here he is. But yeah, it looks like John let him in. Looks like they're also going to make a run to the outside of Julian. Now Wumbo also. But when they get to Josh, it's only them two. They get to Josh. They need the side draft now. There's a little bit of a checkup on the outside, not outside, inside, which has allowed them to get more. They also got 2 more cars in Tack and Grigga. However, they were able to pull off a nice side draft, keep it nice. Now Tanner going up, giving them draft, pulling them along. Zach's going to get clear now, but does he wait for his teammate to get clear? Yes. Do they try to go to the lead? They go to the outside of Tanner, who has no help. He's got to get down to Josh to get him help. He's stuck 3 wide in the middle. Contact. More contact. Dude, saving it. Wow. Oh.
48 lost it hard into the wall. He's around. Another Hendrick car. Oh, that sucks.
That might be a caution. There's multiple cars that did lose the draft from that, so that could potentially be called as a caution. We'll see if they slow down. No, not yet, so we'll stay green for now. Zach currently leads. Oh, contact. That looks like Boom got forced. Don't know if he'll keep it in. Oh yeah, he will keep in it. And Julian's gonna have to settle in behind. Or just drop all the way back. That's what it looks like Julian's kind of doing.
And now we just saw how much... Sorry, Small.
The front guys aren't really linked up, but yeah, what were you going to say?
You saw how much that, is going to possibly change the outcome of this race if we go green all the way.
Yeah, definitely.
That pretty much cut the field in half, I believe. Yeah, it did.
Yeah, 2 Hendrick Motorsports cars out of the draft completely.
So now you have the 11, the 21, and the 41 lined up together. In the second pack we have here, they're going to have to put down some insane lap time to try to catch up or have another Ford up there slow up for them. Which I believe the 34 should, because he is the kind of the odd man out. It is all Chevys but him.
Yeah. I just don't know if Boom's willing to risk that. It's really going to be, as much as it may be 50-50, who knows. But he's definitely going to help by slowing up this lane by side drafting them. He did for a tiny bit. Now he bails back in. Maybe just trying to buy his teammates some time.
It's better to drop back earlier rather than wait, but I think it's too late to drop back now, but I like what Boom's doing. Definitely try to... when you get a run, go out to the outside side draft and try to disorganize them as much as you can.
Yeah, disorient them and really kind of make them start to panic, and that can allow the guys who are more calm behind, as they all work together, to prevail and run faster laps. It definitely helps when you can do that. It's just Boom can only do so much as one car, and there's multiple. However, they're battling. Wow! Do they save it? Yes, they do.
I'd be pretty frustrated if I was the 47 of Josh there. He had the lane and he was not anywhere near clear. I don't know how he held on to that one.
Oh man, yeah. That got really close. I thought we were gonna have the wreck that probably would put us back under caution.
Yeah, Josh already complains a lot, so I imagine that chat is going crazy right now.
Oh man, Boom did not want him to get down. He forces him down. Again, you can't really force someone to get a penalty in the corners, but, you can definitely slam them into the apron.
Yeah. And now, depending on the fuel situation, I imagine these guys are gonna run single groove to get ready for pit stops.
Yeah, don't look too far back, but there's that battling.
Them battling is going to put the 41 back in the draft, and now the 41, 21, and the 11 are back with the lead pack.
Yeah, Boom took the run. Josh 47. Saving it. Wow. Does he wreck?
He's going to hold on to it, but
he held on to it.
He's way out of the draft now. He's going to have to get back up to speed. That's unfortunate. Did not quite see what happened there.
Riding on board tactical strap right now. Yeah, he's sitting behind Tanner. I'm also watching a stream. Lap 32 of 80. So we're getting close to that halfway point of the race. Getting close to pit stops. Also, Tanner goes out to the outside, trying to side draft and make a run. Zach's going to block him. Zach, we saw in Season 2 here, was able to block a lot, and that's how he was able to lead the most laps. Just control the race by making a lot of aggressive blocks that worked out, and now he has his teammate, his Ganassi teammate, on the inside.
Wow. The lemon in the back of him.
And Julian's around.
Yeah, Wumbo just had nothing else he could do there. He got slammed into the wall. The 11 had nowhere to go.
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't know how the 3 car's doing it with his tires have to be on the bare treads. So I imagine right now the 3 car's just hoping for a yellow because he's gonna have no choice but to take tires this next stop.
Yeah, I think everyone is going to have to take tires, which might save him, but it's definitely going to be very tight for him.
I feel like we're gonna see most of the field take 2 tires, take some right sides, and then up the air pressures because it does take a while to do that. You need about 1 to 3 stops, maybe 2.
Yeah, Tanner goes all the way to the outside, forced in the wall though. Is
21 to 34.
Oh, Boom's wrecking.
Oh boy,
he saved it. No, he's still wrecking though.
34 in the grass. He's gonna merge back up.
Oh, he's coming back on the track now. Yeah, just getting back up to speed.
Unfortunate tough break we have there. And the 21, I don't know if he quite has draft, but they're going to back off for him a bit.
Yeah, they are backing off for him, at least. I think, also, with what it looks like.
It looks like we're under yellow.
Oh,
and
yeah, we are.
Gonna slam it to the back of the 42.
We are under yellow for the second time today in Daytona. Well, tonight in Daytona, actually.
Well, that's going to help the 3 car for sure. He's going to have to take all 4s here. I'm sure everybody else will too.
Yeah,
but
I think it's definitely.
I think we should go to ones to watch.
Yep. You can start off with your ones to watch for this race.
I'm going to have to say 47 of Josh. He's been looking pretty strong all night. He's led some laps, but everywhere you look, he's always up there.
Yeah.
If he could stay out of trouble, I think he's going to be the winner of this one.
Hold on 1 second before I do mine. I just saw the 3 car flip right by Dale Hill. At least he flipped about 20 times. But yeah, my one to watch, I think is going to be Zach. He was able to really control the race by leading in Season 2, and now that he has a teammate that's willing to work with him, I think if he can kind of stay up here and not lose that track position, he can really control the race like he did here last season and end up becoming a big threat. Maybe he'll finally win it here, but I think he definitely at least will be in the cards to lead the most laps if he's able to control this field.
Some action going on at pit road here as we see the 11 made some contact with a couple cars entering.
Yep, the race off pit road was won by the 1 car. It looks like the 42 got second, 41 third, and the 21 in fourth. Alright, so a caution put us, a wreck put us under caution on lap 36 now. We are, also, I want to plug 2 things in. This is the last stream I'm doing of this league on this channel, on the Goat Small channel. We'll be moving over to the Wingstop Racing League channel for Wednesday's race at Auto Club, and from basically then on. So that's obviously something important too. And also, we have a post-race show after this, so we'll get to talk to not all the drivers, but we get to talk to most of the drivers and see kind of what they were thinking, and we also just kind of get to break down really what happened in this race and all the key moments that allowed whoever won to win the race. Anyways, looks like Zach picked the outside, his teammate of John picked the bottom, so Chip Ganassi is going to lead the front row, which I really like that, and if they can make this work perfectly, they can get Zach in ahead of John and really able to work together.
And now it's just going to be all about timing as we see the drivers entering the Geico restart zone.
Yep. Up to the gears, up to the gas. We're going back green in Daytona. Zach gets down pretty early. early enough to pull his teammate back along, trying not to let Tanner get up to the quarter panel of Zach and pull him back. Not able to, and now Tanner's going to have to try to side draft John and more people as the outside starts to fade. It looks like he pulled off the side draft there, able to kind of break even. Now down the straightaway, the outside is more preferred down the straightaway. Just with the run off the corner. It looks like they're holding on pretty nicely. No one's really bailed on the outside, which is very nice. They have a good group of drivers up there. They work together, it looks like, pretty nicely. Wumbo now jumps up trying to lead that lane. John is also debating about it. You can kind of see he's running the middle, goes back down, block, boom. Oh, now Zach does. Zach's got to block it nicely if he allows Wumbo to do that, which he did not allow him to. That could have been bad. Now they're 3 wide. This is not a position you want to be in for anyone, especially in the middle of this pack. Oh, Grigga almost wrecked in front of Tanner. Tactical strap is in the wall. Hendrick's trying to give them draft. Josh is on the apron. It looks like he's going to back off a bit and try to give them draft also as they try to do that. Zach still leads though.
Both of these Ganassi cars have done a very good job at controlling the race, you know, especially on the restart where they had one start on the outside so they could really control both lanes.
Yeah, Boom just braked in front of the field there, but that's going to allow...
Typical.
Yeah, that's going to allow them to make a run on these Ganassi cars. Now this is going to put a big interesting twist to this race, I guess, because we could see a Ganassi car get potentially thrown out of line, I guess.
Does one have the balls to throw the block? That's good. That's my main question here.
Yeah, that is definitely going to be a big question. Also, in probably a couple laps, once all the dust kind of settles,
yeah.
we'll see. Yeah, we'll see Hines, the owner of JGR, join the party for a mid-race interview. However, back to the race for a second. Ganassi looked like they were able to hold on pretty nicely. John trying to come up. They're all on the wall. They're just trying to get regroup. Boom went in the wall. Oh, they're all slowing down. Trying to get linked back up now. Looks like they all are going to get draft. Josh is doing whatever he's doing, trying to take the chicane at a very high speed. He's not getting let back on the track because of that and almost wrecked himself. Now Zach up the middle, 3 wide. That's very sketchy, and it's going to wall Wumbo, and it's going to add more to that wall as he hits it again. Oh, he's around. And Hendrick's around too. That might be a caution.
Yeah.
Well, here by the engines, yep, they back off. Third caution
just hit the wall one too many times.
And boom, slams it into John.
Oh my gosh.
Not
this
happy.
Has to be a penalty.
Yeah, that is definitely not looking too good for...
I mean, you know, judging from what I saw at H&N from Go Boom, I can't say that I'm surprised.
Yeah, I'm not surprised either. He is definitely
that's
done
why
on
half the
occasions.
leagues he's banned in.
Yeah, he was actually kicked from this league not too long ago, but got added back this season. Definitely a very interesting driver, a very penalty-prone driver, and that's why he did not get signed by Hendrick Motorsports or JGR, which was the team that he was with. However, talking about JGR, let's see if we can get Hines in here. So... let's see. I'm adding him, not interviewing. I'm adding him to the chat now, as we are under caution for the 3rd time today. John is your leader, also followed by Zach. They should be pitting this time, from what I can guess.
No, this is where we could see some guys staying out, some guys pitting.
Yeah, we see a lot, and we see a 2 Ganassi cars
going to stay out.
Yep. John stayed out, and also Julian stayed out. Talking about Julian, hello Hines, your driver just stayed out. He's in 3rd. How you liking that?
I have not watched a single second of this race. I just got done eating, So I just want to get caught up. What happened so far?
Not really much. Julian's the only Toyota driver in the field, so he's just been trying to work with other people. He's been up front lately, well, a lot, getting some TV time. But yeah, not much has happened. We've had 3 cautions over the span of about 40 laps. So yeah.
Oh man. So Julian stayed out. Is he third?
Yes, third. He is third. They're all kind of waiting up right now. I don't know what they're doing.
And
Zach
there's a one car wrecking in the background. Just can't make it up.
Oh man, he's come back on the track. Oh no. Oh, he's ghosted.
Oh, watch out, Field. I mean, I don't hate the call for Julian. He can try to get track position, and if he can stay up there for, let's say, a 10-lap run and the caution comes out, he has the track position pit, because I doubt anyone would stay out on a long green flag run.
Yeah, he picks the bottom behind Zach. That's going to allow Rumble up to the outside. Yeah. Now, you, as a team owner, this is your first kind of full season as the team owner of JGR. Last season, obviously, Boom started owning it, then got kicked, stripped of everything, so that handed it over to you. We see a big change, I guess, this season in JGR. Obviously, a lot of the drivers that were in JGR last season not returning. What is kind of your thought process behind that and signing the guys that you did? As you go back in?
It all came down to the previous lineup. They didn't want to come back, except Booger. Booger wanted to come back, so I signed him, and Griga, he didn't want to come back, so we found a replacement with Julian. I feel like if he can show up, he can give you some solid runs. And have myself coming back, I don't know. We should be back the next race. Yep. So I think we got a solid lineup. Probably not the best, but we can get you some good points, I'd say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Obviously you're an admin, and I haven't figured out how I want to implement this yet. But sometime this season, I want to see if we can make like a something to incentivize owners' points. So I'll talk with you and the other admins about that this season, so we can get potentially more people to show up in the middle part of the season and end of the season to, you know, have something for potentially next season, like a charter or something, or being locked into the race, or whatever that is. We'll figure that out later.
I mean, I agree on having a team settings because it will help owners like me try to get drivers to race. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Julian just went to the lead almost. Must have known that.
Dang, JGR to the point. Go suck it, John.
And John just got sent to the
Left
line.
configuration
Whoa.
to Chip Ganassi.
We got all the way on the apron trying to avoid getting hit from Josh, who just went right in the middle. That was not a good position. Julian trying to pull John back up, not able to really do it. It is just the 2 Ganassi cars on the outside. Julian has now control of the lead, and I think is leading his first laps of the race. Oh man. They're really side drafting hard.
We got 2 cars below the yellow. Can't do that. Oh, 47! He hit John for a second. Kind of got that bottom lane a little messed up. But yeah, they're still going.
Boom's going to the outside now. That's going to leave Julian all by himself. At least he led a lap, though.
That top lane's looking really good right now. The bottom's not connected. Got a 4 cars
one thing
on
I gotta
top.
say, about owning JGR is you're gonna save a lot more money with GoBoom not driving for you.
Yep. I mean, it saves up shop space because he takes up pretty much a quarter of the shop, and I mean we have a pretty large shop, so getting rid of him kind of helped out with the space.
Yeah, also talking about...
And he ate up all the food at the track.
I mean, yeah, you guys had to make a lot of weight adjustments to the car, too, because he weighed about half a ton, so...
Yeah. His car, before he got suspended, had a lot of downforce at the front end.
I mean, yeah, that's why he's so quick at those short tracks.
Yeah. One thing about we were just talking about how Boom does the stuff that he was doing under caution, and we were saying that's probably why he didn't get signed by either JGR or Hendrick Motorsports. Is a reason why you didn't sign Boom the fact that he could potentially get like a penalty that could take him out of the running for the championship or even a top 5 in the standings? Like, does that play a part in why you didn't pick him up?
I mean, it definitely did play into the part. I would have liked to re-sign Go Boom because he's really fast and I think he can be a title contender. But the risk of him getting suspended, it's very high for him to get suspended, so I didn't really take the chance. Plus, I didn't ask him, which I probably should have.
Yeah, we have a huge run coming from Zach. Not Zach, sorry. I'm so used to the 48 being Zach, but that's Grega. Wumbo. Oh,
and
man.
We got. Is that Wumbo in the 47 per chance?
No, that's Josh in the 47. Wumbo's in the 3.
Oh, it's Josh.
Grega did not fully get clear of Boom, though. Boom's gonna fight back. However, Grega has help from Zach. Boom has help from Wumbo at the line. Wow, Boom, barely.
How many laps ago was it?
I can check on tax stream right now. It's like 49, so about 41 to go. Or 31 to go.
11 in the wall, Julian, no! And they're making contact and they're going wreck.
There we go.
Out. There's some 41s spinning in the background. And it's only one car, so I don't think that's a caution.
Yeah,
but the pack is really spread out right now, but I think they should be good.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna hurt a lot of these guys back here. Oh man,
look at Grega. He's not gonna get the help. He's just gonna drop back to the line.
Oh man, he tried the force.
Oh, he's gonna try to clear low.
And
the 3's already come back up, so draft is, I imagine, pretty strong. Is this normal draft?
Yeah, it is normal draft, like it has been in seasons past at this track. A lot of action happening lately. Whoa. Man, jeez. Josh has now got back up to second. He's now trying to go for the lead. He was there for a second. Oh, behind him, they almost wrecked. Jeez. Heinz, so from... I mean, I already know why you're not racing, but I think the people watching don't know why. So, correct me if I'm wrong. You had the PS Plus version of the game, right?
Yes.
And so they took it out of the store, I'm guessing? Well, they already did, yeah.
They took it away from the catalog, yeah. Yeah,
they took it away from the catalog, which did not allow you to have the game anymore. So you can't play on it yet. You have to go and buy a disc version of it to, play the game again.
Yep. So we already bought a disc version of the game, and that should be coming in Tuesday, so we should be making the next race. But that does mean that I won't be able to race on the PS5 anymore on Heat 5 because mine is a digital version, so I'm going to have to use my PS4 to race on Heat 5. So...
Oh, man,
you can use a 4 disc.
John! There goes John hard into the wall.
He's winning
Oh, my. And he took one hard lick there.
Oh man, that was terrible. John used
and that's only one car.
Yeah, John used to drive for a colleague, which also you do own, Heinz, and you still do own.
Yep, and I offered him a seat and he bailed on me. Yep. And that's karma for not coming back to colleague, eating that inside wall.
Yep. Talking about colleague, you currently have one driver on that team being Dirt.
Yep.
We talk about penalties and likely to get penalties. Dirt was suspended for the rest of the season after intent wrecking Orange multiple times in one race. He is still on a 3-race probation, same with Boom. They both start with a 3-race probation. Are you worried about him potentially getting a more severe penalty like what he did get last season, or do you think that's just kind of a fluke?
It does cross into my mind, but the main thing I'm worried about is him showing up, because I don't really see him showing up to much races, and he was like one of the only drivers I asked to drive for colleague, and he's one of my good buddies, so I had a ride prepared for him. For him just to only race 3 races and get penalized.
Grega just went for the lead!
Grega, no! Oh, 21 hits him, and that might be a caution probably.
Oh yeah, that definitely is. Looks like your driver Julian might be in the lead.
And yep, that's talent. All talent right there. Julian, best driver on the track right now.
It's kind of funny with how, oh man, they all...
And he gets wrecked. Classy go Boom.
Alright. It is kind of funny though how Julian got signed. He just joined the league at 4 o'clock. And he was really wanting to drive a Penske car, but Slick did not respond back. So, yeah, you signed him there.
Yep, he asked to drive to 11 in the Vera group chat, and I gave him the ride. And he's putting on a great show for the JGR fans out there.
Yep. Also, I do have to say another thing. I will be streaming the Vera Daytona 500 on Twitch, and I'll also be making potentially a video on that in the future for sometime on Wednesday or next week or something. Just sometime next week I'll be making a video on that Vera race. Also, my Twitch is the same as my YouTube. Go follow me there, where you can see that race live tomorrow at 8:30? I think it is.
Should be, I think.
Yeah, most guys that are in Wingstop will be also in there.
Yep, 8:30 Sunday.
Yeah. Let's get back into the race though. Julian is your leader, or known on PlayStation as Cookies the Joint. Don't know why he renamed himself to that, but yeah.
Well, I think I know why, but I don't know if I'm allowed to say it.
I think I want to hear it.
I don't know if it's gonna be good on stream, but it depends. Anyway,
let's just say us brothers like cookies. I'll leave it at that.
Alright. F1 is in the pits again. No one stayed out. We had a quick little caution here. Now, because you guys both are in the booth and you guys both have raced many races, what do you think you would take here? Would you take 2? Would you take 9? Would you take 4? What do you think you're taking?
I mean, it really depends on what I have. If tires look pretty low, I think it's pretty obvious to take tires, unless you know that you have enough to make it to the end, and I guess same with fuel. So it really depends on how many laps to go it is. I mean, I don't know what lap it is or how many laps to go, so I couldn't tell you what I would take.
56, that's what lap it is.
56 out of 80?
Yeah.
Yeah, be safe and take 4 cans. That should be your last stop on tires, I think. Then how many gas is in a fuel tank?
I have no idea. I just know it's 3 times, so we should see one more.
3 times, so...
Yeah, we should see about one more pit stop. We'll be on 25 to go. We should be seeing Choose Cone at this Sunoco sign right here.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's one more stop for fuel. I don't think they need to take tires.
Yeah. Now, last season here, we did have a caution around with 20 to go, which did make it a lot of people didn't think it was, but it was a saving race, and Grega won that. Grega's not known necessarily for saving, but he still was somehow able to manage to save 3 laps of fuel in about 20 laps and got himself finally a Daytona 500 win. And he did that for JGR, so that's pretty good. JGR has a 500 and a championship, so pretty good for them. That also goes for the same as Hendrick Motorsports. Also, both by the same driver. There's only 2 drivers that have won the championship and the 500.
Oh my god, Tanner's in the race?
Yep, Tanner is the leader.
Tanner and Julian pushing each other. That's what a duo that is.
And then Josh behind them. What a trio. Anyways, Boom left out on the outside. He gets back down, actually forcing his way down. You saw, looked like he almost wrecked Hendrick doing that. A lot has happened, but everyone currently in line. All it takes is one person to make a move, and that's all it really takes to shake this field back up for the next 5-10 laps or so. And then they finally get settled back down for a couple laps, and then someone makes a run, and the cycle repeats.
Honestly, I think they will just settle down and race in a line until they need a pit again.
Well, as long as there's Gobum in the field, I doubt that's gonna happen.
I mean, yeah, that is true. He is very aggressive and will take any run that he gets.
Yeah.
And
you
like
see him
that, going below the yellow.
line.
Just classy.
Yeah.
Whoa,
I mean, I don't even know why we call this out anymore. It's just normal activity. We got the wannabe Joey Logano in the league here.
Yeah. I mean, there's not really a way I can follow that up. Yeah, we should be hitting close to 20 to go, I think. I will look and see. Oh, no, that's not enough. 22 to go. They have 21 on fuel. So it is technically...
it is saving.
It is saving. However, saving 1 lap of fuel is pretty easy over a 20 lap span.
Yeah, and
22.
who says we're
I mean,
gonna go green
it is
the rest of the way?
easier if you're in the back, but if you're out in the front, you're not gonna save
As we
enough
see
fuel, I
Greg,
think. You're just gonna
Greg
burn it.
moving up the
Because
I
you're
wouldn't-
on the gas
Save,
more.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see, because we've already seen so many lead changes this race, I wouldn't be surprised if we see more lead changes and people kind of, like once they lose the lead, they kind of be like, okay, let's go and save fuel. And the next thing you know, most people are good or everyone's good. So, yeah. Now, if
And
it
the
is...
pace is going to get a lot slower
Yeah. Now,
because
if it... Yeah.
they're going to try to change leads, and no one's going to want to lead because they want to save the gas to make it without a pit stop.
Yeah.
I mean, the field is really spread out right now. Try to get the draft, because if you're in the draft, you can just sit there and half throttle and save the gas.
Heinz, obviously, as a driver, and I'll ask, and Hoy, you can also answer this question. Where would you want to be in this position? Would you want to be in the front? Would you want to be in the back? Would you want to be in the middle? Where do you want to be right now, and what would you do in this scenario?
I mean, right now, I would want to be behind Julian, because I would have the track position, and look at the gap they have right now. I would be able to easily save a lap of fuel just by being half a car behind Julian, and yeah, should be able to save, and you will also have the track position contend for the win.
Well, I'd want to be right up here in the booth. I would not want to be racing. So, but I think really you can be wherever and save. It just depends on who's behind you, and the way that you can control the pack. Like right now, the 41 seems to not really be saving right now, as he has the 11 all over his back bumper. But compared to the what number is it? The 48. He's able to save because he has a gap with the 47. So really, you can save from anywhere.
I mean, I'm really surprised that no one is behind Julian and just keeping up with him while saving, because
Yeah,
that's
like,
what I would
yeah.
be doing right now.
That's what
I mean,
would
you're not going
probably
to
do,
save
too.
as much fuel as the guys that are in the back, but you should have enough time to save a lap of fuel
Yeah.
by the end of the race.
I think, like, even being in the position, even like Julian's in right now, you could probably save a lap in like
But
I would say
And
5.
that's gonna get ruined.
Can they stay in the draft?
They're definitely
I
not.
imagine they're gonna
back
slow
off.
down and
They do.
get them back in it.
Yeah. As many cars in the draft as possible if you want to save this much.
I wouldn't be surprised if, because of this checking up, they are either good or close to good, and that would allow them to push to get back up. They also have such a huge, they have such a huge pack compared to the other, compared to the other small pack, that they'll probably easily be able to catch back up and run their own kind of pace. Move, Grigor going around the outside. I got close.
And I wonder what the 11 and 41 are planning, because I'm just wondering if they're waiting until the end to save, but I don't understand that.
I can understand that to an extent. You have track position, you don't want to lose it, but there becomes a point where you have to save. And I think this point is now. They've gotten overtaken for the lead, so. Yeah, I think
you're gonna get passed by everyone else, because when you only have 2 cars on the same saving strat, it's gonna be hard to defend and save at the same time.
I don't think.
If you did what Tanner and Julian did, back off, then just let 2 cars pass you and slot in behind, I think that's the smartest way to go about it, because Tanner and Julian can just go half throttle right now and save a lap. I think.
Oh, whoa. Yeah, you took
and
the
keep their
words
track
basically.
position.
You took the
It's
words
just gonna
basically
be hard
right
to
out of my
defend.
mouth.
Let's say the 1 and everyone else back there has saved enough already, which they probably haven't. But it's gonna be tougher for sure.
Oh, Tanner's going out.
And now
He
you
got
see
blocked.
that
they're-
trying to defend.
Oh, it's getting really racy.
Yeah, really racy. A lot of people have decided it's go time now. Most people are good on fuel. They want to get the track position now. We see Hendrick starting to merge for the first time all race. He's past the winner of this race. He hasn't led much here at Daytona. We're in the least amount of laps here at Daytona out of any well-known driver, but still here he is, up here at the front. He also, another stat, has never led at Talladega. He's never led a lap at Talladega. And Daytona, he's never had a race where he's led more than 8 laps. So a lot of time he just kind of puts himself in position at the end of the race. We saw that a lot last season. We saw that in season 1, where he kind of just was in the middle to back half the pack, and then next thing you know, he pops up on the last stint, and he's there.
Can I get a lap update?
Alright, trying to pull up Tactical Shop Stream. 66 out of 80, so they're coming to 14 to go this time.
Yeah.
At this point, you've been in the booth for about 20 laps. We might as well keep you here for the final 14. So yeah, you can stay here, Hines, for the final little bit. As on the outside, Zach getting help from his Ganassi teammate of John, and help also from Julian, who's been trying to work with anyone he can to get himself track position. Right now, he's looking like he's going to do that. Hendrick goes up the block. Zach middle.
Very aggressive move by the 1.
Oh, not Julian,
and
John.
John clears himself low on Grigor.
Oh, Hendrick's on the wall.
And Cade's in the wall.
He saved it. He's going to get down ahead of Josh.
Oh.
That was really aggressive. Yeah, as you said, Heinz, they're getting really racy right now, as Zach has now assumed the lead, but here comes Boom on the outside. He has no help, but the only thing he has is draft, which can be bigger than help, again, if he keeps getting the draft.
Yeah, he has draft in his left side of his car.
Yeah. You should get that extra straight line speed.
Yeah, he had draft for a second from Zach, but then Zach pulled down.
John is in the wall.
Oh man, John,
Can't do
jeez.
that, driver.
Grigor backs off, allowing
some
Boom
of
to
these
get in ahead of
blocks
him.
are insane. I can't imagine how aggressive the blocks are going to get on the final lap.
I can't imagine how scary it must be to drive in this point, knowing they're almost wrecking every single lap, and you gotta somehow be aware of that, but also gain track position to put yourself in a good position to win the race. Now we see Boom going up. all by himself, pretty much. Now he has draft. Now not anymore. He's gonna have to side draft Zach. He does that, hits him a little bit, but he still does not have help. We've seen Boom make so many moves, but he doesn't have help. He has draft now. Julian beats Tanner to the bottom. Oh, that's not gonna work out
He's
fully.
gonna back off and
Zach
let
went
Tanner
up,
back
yeah.
in.
Zach went up knowing that the checkup was going to happen, and he could capitalize on it. Boom bails on him, though. And John, it looked like, tried to go up with his Ganassi teammate. He's still there, but isn't able to do anything. And Zach is going to fade back. Don't look too far back, because here comes Grigor, here comes Hendrick, here comes Wumbo, and more. Zach is also jumping onto that with his Ganassi teammate of John, and they're going to try to build a run and potentially team up on the 2 Ford drivers and Julian. They go up themselves, linked up, 2-car tandem on the outside. Is 2 cars better than 3? Right now it is. They're linked up
Zach
a lot better.
really need to get to Tanner's quarter panel to side
he's
draft.
not going to be able to. Boom went up the track. He still
Well,
he
he
is.
is there to side draft, but really at the bad part of the track if you're on the outside, because you just don't have the run.
Oh, contact. Oh, they're 4
But they
almost.
are almost for it. And Zach just gets left out.
Yeah, just
I
not a
wonder
place
if
you
they
wanna
are
be.
still saving back there, where Griga and on back is. And that really questions what's Tanner's fuel situation, because he's been pushing almost the whole time.
Tanner and Julian. I think they should be good. I can actually check that because I have Tactical Straps stream up. We are on lap 71. This time it was 9 to go. They are good on fuel. Tack is a lap to the good on fuel. So I don't think it's fuel. I think they're just mainly trying to time a run, and people try to keep jumping on the run and then making their own, which is hurting them when they do that. So they're just kind of sitting there, and that's led by Griga. So I don't think it's definitely not. I don't think it's a bad decision to do, and especially when you have one of the best here doing it. But Hendrick's gonna a little impatient. He's gonna do that to get by. Hendrick and Griga, the two they have the 2 best odds in the field to win this race for good reason. They are the 2 only winners of this race. Griga goes up, no help, goes back down.
Right now, I just think you need to help another to help yourself. Instead of trying to, make a run that's not there, you need to help the guy in front of you get to the lead, or at least get close to it, so you can find an opportunity there.
Yeah, it looks like the 2 Hendrick cars went up to the outside, the 2 Ganassi cars switched, and now they're 4 wide, bumping and banging. Zach up the middle, he does have help from his teammate. John is definitely going to help him a lot. Julian's not up to the back bumper with Tanner yet. Side by side,
Oh my gosh,
wow,
John.
they're fanning out.
John just gets left out. I don't know
John
why
got
he
left
did that.
out, but now, I thought Hendrick was going to go and help Zach, just kind of bailed on him, but Zach able to pull the side draft and pull Tanner back, pulling the whole inside line back, and John still hanging on the outside there. Zach able to kind of side draft now. It looks like Tanner's gone clear. Does he try to side draft Julian? Does he dare side draft Julian? He tried, but didn't work. Yep. Hendrick starting to merge himself back up to the front. Same with Boom. We haven't seen him up there much. And Griga, we haven't seen him up at the front really in the last second half of this race.
Small, who do you think is going to win this race from right now?
I don't know. There's so many. I want to I'm trying to base it off of other seasons. But it's so tough to understand who's going to win, because it looks like the lead is constantly changing every single time, and people in the positions they want to be in, the positions where they feel the most comfortable in. So I don't know. It's really going to be interesting. I think.
Oh my God.
Tanner just walled. They all saved it. Tanner made a huge block. Zach's going up. It really
This
depends.
screams a Zach win.
Zach, I would say that Zach has had somewhat control what he did last season. He had control of the race and was able to not win the race, but dominate the race. And now that he has a teammate, he's able to control the race better. He hasn't really controlled it much lately in this race, but he has controlled it a decent amount and has been the one making a lot of moves. But I wouldn't count out Hendrick. Hendrick has done this in both seasons where he kind of has been nowhere, and then he was the main guy to be like, he was the main threat to win the race. He just popped up out of nowhere, and next thing you know, it looked like he was gonna win. So it really is tough. Tanner's been able to control this race a lot. I wouldn't count out Julian, who's been all over his bumper. Maybe a sneaky move. Julian trying to be a little too friendly, so it's trying to pull a sneaky move, and next thing you know, he wins the race. Wow. Hendrick up the middle,
Oh
four
Caden,
wide.
Someone's going down pit road.
Oh, they all like huge wreck.
did.
Hendrick, Julian, John, Wumbo.
John is going down for fuel, and fuel. Just can't make it up.
Wow, that guy just pit.
You can't do that, driver.
Why would that guy pit on the last lap? Crazy wreck there. I mean, it was bound to happen. But I think we're gonna go back green. Just with a couple laps to go, right?
It started because of Cade
think-
and Go Boom
I
forcing
think
their
we
way
are green
and
right,
causing
yeah, we
a
still are
four
green
wide.
right now.
Oh, they're still
It is,
green.
yeah,
I
it's
forgot a game.
77, so I guess there can't be a caution now.
Oh.
We are also
Yeah, I
coming
figured
to,
a game yellow would come out after that one. That
No,
was
we
pretty
don't
bad.
have games, from what I
Oh, okay.
know in the
I
lobby,
really,
so,
thought,
yeah.
I really thought that would have been a yellow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought we had enough
I
laps
honestly
to
think
throw
it should have
but
been.
Yeah, it really should have been.
That's,
But now you see the 34 fending for himself on the outside as the 47 out there.
Yeah.
Grigga gonna jump up high.
Zach is in control again, but he has Guigo, who's one of the best super speed racers behind him. Boom is going to probably be willing to help his team owner, and Zach doesn't have help anymore. He doesn't really have someone that's going to help him. This field just got basically split in half. We have guys like Josh, who have been pretty much nowhere the last 20, 30 laps, and he's up here. And Tack, who's been pretty much nowhere the whole race, pretty much last, and he's up
Little
here,
bit of lag.
right in position.
And now, just like that, just from that little bit of lag, that's going to give the 47 an opportunity to push the 1. Maybe he'll be
Yeah.
able to push him. Oh,
Lap
he's
and
going
a-
to jump back
We're coming,
up high.
once we get down the back, lap and a half to go. Guigo's left out of lane. Now,
Lap and a half to go.
see, Zach is
So-
in the position he wants to be in. Guigo
Oh,
just
Grigga
wrecked.
gets
wrecked.
slammed into the wall. That was an intentional
So
right
are we
hook
coming to
there,
the
I
white
believe.
flag here?
Yeah, we're coming to the white.
All right.
Tanu Tanu did drop back. They're building a huge run. Josh is all over the bumper. Now it's going to be, who's going to win? It's going to be, I think, 3 drivers are going to win this race. It's between Zach, Boom, and Tanu. No one else, I think,
Tanner's
really.
just,
I
he's
think
gonna
everyone.
try to force
yeah.
his way up there.
I think
If he
everyone
can
else
try
is
to
a
get
follower.
Zach's draft, I think he has a chance.
Yeah.
Josh gets left alone. Go Boom leading the outside.
Wumbo up ahead, a lap car. Boom on the outside.
Zach
He's got
needs to
help
go
from his
up.
forward teammate. Oh,
Oh,
Zach!
he forces him low.
Go Boom got there. He was down there.
That was definitely forced below.
I don't know if
Slow
Zach's...
car. Slow
Wumbo's
car's
gonna
be
get
in the
right in
way.
front of the one.
Slow car gonna be in the
Oh,
way.
3-4 wide!
Tanner gets put in the wall. And
Dale
there goes
Wreck.
Josh.
Grigga gonna try
Oh,
to
Grigga
wow.
tries to LePage the field and it doesn't work.
It does not
Zach
work.
wins.
Zach is gonna win.
multiple I'm not
Multiple
even- never mind.
incidents needing to be looked at.
Yeah, I mean I said it in the pre-race show.
Oh man.
I think we gotta look at that. Zach forcing Boom down to yellow.
It will
I
definitely
think
be
that needs
something
to be
like
a look
that.
at that.
Yeah.
I will send all. Well, make sure to get people to send this all in clips and that stuff.
Well, unfortunately, I will not be able to make the post-race show as I have to go set up some things for H&N here.
I will stay here, I guess, then, and do the post-race show.
All right. Well, what a race Wingstop put on. This season going to be a great one. I hope to be in the booth, as many times as possible. I'm looking forward to it for the rest of the season.
thank you for joining the booth, Hoy, and we'll see you for the next race that you can do. Zach is the current winner, so we'll go and get an interview with him, and then we'll see what. Well, then we'll start to get into the post-race show and really kind of get in depth of what the hell just happened. Alright, so we're gonna invite Zach to the party again, and that's where we are going to start off. Not the post-race show yet. So, yeah. I got pinged in a random chat. Oh, it was H&N. Yeah. Alright, Zach, you are here. Hoy had to go, but Heinz and me are still here. That whole last sequence of events was very crazy. You are currently the unofficial winner. Obviously, we have to look at a bunch of stuff that happened to, get a full determination of the results. But just walk me through your point of view of the last lap or so.
Well, I blocked bottom quick, and he tried getting under me, and at the point of contact, there was no space for a car to be under me, so that's my opinion on it. I don't know why everyone's trying to fuck me over when the whole crash wasn't even my fault. Everyone was getting 4 wide under me, and everyone started blaming me for it for no reason, so I don't know what the fuck's going on, but clearly I'm getting wrongfully blamed for these things, so that's my opinion.
Not happy the way it's been raced.
Yeah, but yeah.
I do have a question for Zach. What was going on through your mind when you was coming out of turn 4 and you seen that 48 car sitting there and waiting for you?
I mean, I don't even know why. I didn't even do anything to him.
Yeah.
So,
Alright.
to be honest, I don't know why everyone was trying to fuck me over there. I didn't do shit to, anyone that race. At least in the final portion, at the middle portion, I mean, all I did was ever blocked. That's it. I don't know why everyone's saying that I, wrecked everyone. That wasn't even the case. So, I don't know.
I want to kind of ask you this. You were obviously in the lead for the last lap. Did you feel like you put yourself in the position that you felt comfortable and that you felt like you were gonna win in, or did you think?
No, I mean, because it was, what was it, 4 against 1. I mean, I didn't really think I was gonna win that, but unofficially I did. But I mean, personally, I think that there was no room for Boom to go under there at the line. That's me. On my screen, that's what I see. I mean, obviously, Adams would determine that, but that's just my opinion. Yeah. Just,
I did say with 10 laps to go, this screams a Zach win. So, I just want to say I nailed that.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really tough to figure out who's gonna win, obviously, because no one screamed like they were gonna win, to me at least. Maybe to other people it did, but yeah. One more question, obviously, before the Griga incident happened.
Yeah, I don't know what the heck Griga was doing, but I mean that's just awful. I mean, that would have, if he had collected me, then it would have collected the entire rest of the field. So.
Yeah, and we have penalties for that before.
And then Wumbo was just sitting there in the last lap too on the bottom like an idiot.
I was about to ask you that. What was
Yeah.
what was your opinion on that one?
Well, I mean, at least he didn't go up and wreck me, but he just held his line on the bottom. I mean, it's obviously he slowed down, but I just don't get it. It's I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I'll end this interview here. Obviously, I apologize for the language being used. But Zach, stand by, and I'll probably get you another interview in the next 5-10 minutes or so. A more kind of lengthy interview. This is just kind of not a part of the post-race festivities that are about to happen. We'll break down the whole race and kind of see. Get an opinion and get a better look at the finish. So yeah, I'll see you, Zach, in like a little bit. I just want to get a couple more people in the thing. Action. Alright, we're gonna end the race stream here, and we're gonna start the post race stream right after this. So yeah.